Oh, hey there, I make art and stream and I really don't like the room that I'm doing it in anymore.
At one point my stream room looked like this, and now it looks like this.
I've changed a lot of stuff in this room over the years, but then if you take all those individual things and put them together, well, you get a mess. And a mess is okay sometimes, but you've gotta draw a line somewhere. I mean, come on, me. I will say in advance, this is the best stream room renovation I've ever done, and it will probably be like this for a very long time. Now, keeping that in mind, it also was the one that took the most effort. So I think we should just get right into the video.
Now you might be thinking to yourself, Madison, what are you doing? We're redoing, I can't do that. Hey guys, today we're gonna be redoing my entire stream room.
I have a plan.
It might be convoluted, but I learned Blender, and I made my room in 3D so I could rearrange my furniture. Because nothing says dedication like learning a software. The last time I learned a new software was when I bought a new witch's cauldron.
What the Nothing makes sense where it is in this room at all, and I can't stream art because, like, my face cam's over here. I just don't like it. And if you look behind this whiteboard, it's just like nothing is where it needs to be cleaned, but I hate the layout. I hate the layout, okay?
Hi guys, I'm moving furniture now.
Whoa, check out all the cool stuff on my shelves that I'm putting in this box. Isn't that sick? Check out this thing and this thing. Knickknacks are gone! They're gone! Say goodbye to these stupid shelves because they're not continuous. They're attached with zip ties I screwed in. At one point, this canvas was covering the window, so I'm gonna have to repaint a lot. Let's get some up close action. Ow! I'm a changed person, so I actually repainted the walls and made them look nice, and this is how day 2 is looking.
Do you see the amount of paint and ink and tape and more paint? Oh my God. Ooh. That was my first step into rage bait. I hear it's really popular on the internet. Anyway, I'm gonna just do this now. Okay, So all this shit came out of my computer. Why does my wall look like a constellation? If you noticed in my 3D render, there were actually 3 of the Kallax units, which are these cubby units. 1, 2, 3. I just have to show you where it is. So if we walk through this disaster zone, that's just my my picture. Through here, we see all this shit. This is the unit. What's in my IKEA unit? Carbon monoxide detector, a bag that my ADHD meds came in, ASAP Rock hoodie that I cropped because it was too big, a bin with random tech in it, including my MacBook Pro. Right over my toe. Bye. This is my mount of shit for my monitor. I'm also realizing, where the fuck is my computer going? Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. So I might have to try to fit everything into this section. This might be bad. This wall is really boring.
Now I know that was satisfying, but you guys have to know that to get to this setup required hundreds of hours of print time to make all these attachments for the IKEA pegboard. And I also redid the layout of this pegboard probably 7 different times and printed so many pieces I just am not using. Do a sick intro about lighting and how I have to do all the lights. This wall. These panels are from Home Depot and they're mounted about an inch off the wall so that the LED strips I glued behind them can shine and bounce off of the wall. I drilled holes in the 4 corners of these panels, put a screw through that hole, and then added a bunch of plastic hardware I found in the random loose hardware section of Home Depot to offset them from the wall. They still work. We're set. The next step is mounting this under this. And I was feeling the effects of the hard work, so I took a trip to a distant coastal, it's called, like, Davidstown, Steveston, it's called Steveston. I ate some fish here. Oh my god, I really want some fried fish now, but it's 2 a.m. Let me Google this. My research has confirmed my fear. There is no fried fish place open at 2 a.m. But you know what I bet was open at 2 a.m.? The eyes of the soldier who was prepping to kill Osama bin Laden in that little cave. This is sort of the chill vibe zone where I could like journal. I don't journal. I'm gonna be honest, this desk is also probably gonna be used mostly for eating dinner at because I don't have a dinner table. This will work fine. Got my little row of guys, my little droid, my egg, and my cheese, and him. And then of course, right above where I sit, I keep all of my chemicals because if they fell, you know, nothing bad would happen. We don't talk about that one. Next, you know, we have the classic stacked monitors combo with my camera for streaming. I like to use my nano leaf lights kind of as a ring light, but, you know, triangular. I'm keeping the desk setup pretty classic with a stream deck, my mouse, and just a keyboard. Fake plant. Now this is my new pride and joy because it took so long to set up, but I think it was absolutely worth it. Now this is where I'm gonna be doing all my art stuff, and it's really nice that I have all this space because if something is drying, I can put it to the side. If I mix something and poured it and, you know, that's drying, I can put it to the side. And I really like that most of my paints and glitters and alcohol inks are all displayed out so that I can actually see them. Also, I like that all of my tools are just like, cut the fucking cameras. I also really like that all of my tools are really easy to access because it also means I'm more likely to put them back. And one really cool feature I'd like to point out, I really wanted a screen for art references or watching shows while I'm doing something, and I don't want to have my laptop here because I'm scared I'll spill something on it and it's like $3,000. So what I found are these mounts that slide into the IKEA pegboard and have a little divot so you can put your iPad in there. And the great thing is these mounts can be moved and then I can slide in my little external monitor for my laptop because if I'm not doing art here, I can also edit on this desk. Huh? Now this isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but for me it's great because I mounted all these shelves, which by the way cost less than $3 each. And I cut up some strips of foam board that normally goes into a wall to insulate it to stack up and have a bottle in the back rise above the bottle in the front so you can still see what color it is. But I do have all my paintbrushes and some of my keycap stuff, some random cutting tools, and just bits and bobs that don't really have another place but I want to have easy access to still. And I know you're thinking, Madison, it looks like there's a lot of lighting going on. That's right. Activate dark mode. Yeah, they don't call me the RGB queen for nothing. No one calls me that. Anyways, I got some very inexpensive RGB strips and wrapped them through the back of the Kallax into every little one of the top cubbies and then back out the back so that the wires wouldn't be showing from the front because it makes everything look more like a showcase piece versus just something that's on my shelf under my desk. I think this storage system looks a lot nicer, and I don't want to say professional, but just less visual clutter because I think one of the main issues with my previous space was I could see everything, but I could see everything. I've got my chicken and my mini chicken I made. What's that?
Chicken jockey!
I added RGB strips just around the perimeter of my pegboard to kind of make it pop off the wall.
The best thing in the dark is my Star Wars themed wall. This makes a really great addition to the background of my stream. I think it makes my room look a little more elevated, if you will. And I really like it.
And if you're wondering what this unit is, it's 3 IKEA Alex drawer sets, and then I mounted 2 pieces of wood on top of them.
Not related to this at all, but I'm making soup. And a chicken pot pie.
Get ready for something spectacular. Soup!
I recorded an outro, but it didn't record me, so I'm just gonna dub over it like an anime character. Anyways, bye guys! I'm so glad you hung around for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye! Wait, I have to time it. Bye!